The market at dusk. Spoken in a soft, whisper-slow voice, with gentle pauses. Close your eyes and imagine yourself walking along a quiet stone path. The last light of the sun fading slowly behind the rooftops of a medieval town. The air is warm and hushed, filled with the faint hum of voices settling into silence. The day's noise, the laughter, the bargaining, the chatter of sellers and buyers, it all begins to soften, like a candle flame shrinking lower and lower until only a glow remains. You are entering the market at dusk. The stalls are still standing, their canvas covers stretched out like sleepy wings. Wooden carts are lined along the cobblestones, their wheels creaking softly as merchants tuck away the last of their goods. There is a smell of roasted chestnuts lingering in the air, sweet, nutty, almost smoky. Somewhere nearby, honey cakes cool upon a wooden tray, the sugary scent drifting lazily on the evening breeze. The marketplace is slowing, calming, yet it is not empty. No, not yet, for in the Middle Ages, many markets did not simply close when the sun went down. Some transformed into something gentler, quieter. The night fair. Merchants who were too far from home would linger, lanterns swinging from poles, casting golden halos across their stalls. The air would take on a dreamlike hush, filled with the soft sounds of fiddles, the rustle of fabrics, the quiet laughter of those who stayed behind. Step with me, softly now, into this twilight place. A woman gathers her woven baskets, their willow branches polished from years of use. She hums a tune as she stacks them, one inside the other. The sound of wicker rubbing against wicker is faint, soothing. She pauses to smile at you, her lantern glowing, the small flame painting her face with warmth. You nod back gently, knowing she has been here since dawn, and now she deserves her rest. Beside her, a man selling bolts of cloth ties his bundles with string. Threads of deep blue dyed with precious woad peek out from the folds. In medieval times, such dyes were costly, gathered from plants, mixed and tended like treasures. He handles them with care, knowing tomorrow they will be spread out again for eager hands to touch. You can almost feel the fabric between your own fingers. Smooth, cool, whisper soft. And then, your attention drifts to sound, a faint clinking of coins as a young boy counts his day's earnings. Not gold, not silver, but copper pennies, their edges worn smooth. He drops them into a small leather pouch, tying it shut with string. Each soft metallic chime is like a lullaby, fading into the pocket of night. You walk further, letting the marketplace lead you. The cobblestones beneath your feet are cool, worn by centuries of footsteps. Boots, sandals, wooden clogs. Thousands of souls have walked this same path. You feel the history of it, the stories pressed into the ground like invisible footprints. Somewhere in the air, a fiddle begins to play. Not fast, not loud, but gentle, like a lullaby carried by strings. Perhaps a minstrel who earned his bread with song still lingers to soothe the last travelers passing through. Listen to the rise and fall of his tune, a melody that carries the memory of the day into the night. Near the edge of the square, a baker sweeps the stones before his stall. The warm scent of bread lingers, loaves baked in the communal oven, shared by the village. In medieval towns, ovens were often too large and costly for each home, so entire neighborhoods baked together. Imagine the quiet joy of gathering loaves, each marked with a family's symbol pressed into the dough. Tonight, only crumbs remain on the counter, but the memory of warmth still hangs in the air. A soft breeze rustles through the market, carrying the faint crackle of torches being lit. The night fair begins. Merchants who remain light their lamp soil, tallow or wax. The flames flicker and sway, turning the stalls into glowing islands of amber in the gathering dark. Shadows stretch long and thin across the square, dancing gently on the walls of stone houses that border the market. You pause to watch a candlemaker trim the wick of a small taper. He speaks softly about the work, how tallow candles smoked heavily, how beeswax, though costly, burned pure and sweet. His voice is calm, patient, like someone who has repeated the knowledge many times. As he lights one, you notice the flame is steady, golden. Its glow pools warmly in the quiet air. The marketplace, once so bustling, has slowed to something else entirely. A kind of breathing silence. Not empty, not gone, but transformed into a softer reflection of itself. You feel as though you are walking not just among merchants, but among echoes, shadows of the day stretched into the stillness of night. And with every step, your body softens too. Your shoulders ease, your breath slows, your mind begins to quiet. Each sound you hear, the faint scrape of wood, the whisper of fabric, the fading laughter of a distant voice, becomes softer, slower, like lullabies, whispered through time. Think, for a moment, about how many travelers, hundreds of years ago, stood in this same twilight hush. Pilgrims with weary feet, farmers with heavy baskets, children clutching their parents' hands, eyes wide with wonder. All of them once heard these same sounds, smelled these same scents, felt the same night falling gently upon them. You are part of that chain now, part of that dream. As you drift through the lanes, you see one final stall. A storyteller sits there, his table bare except for a small lute resting on its side. He smiles at you, his eyes soft with welcome. He knows the day is ending, knows the night calls for gentleness. He speaks in a quiet voice, telling you that stories are the lanterns of the soul, that even when the market is gone and the torches are out, stories remain, glowing softly in the mind. You listen, your breath slowing, your heart quiet. The words are not important anymore. Only the rhythm, the hush, the soft rise and fall, like waves against the shore. The market is at rest now. The merchants are gone, their carts empty, their lanterns dimmed. The cobblestones are cool, the square hushed. Only the faint smell of honey cakes remains, drifting like a memory into the starlit sky. You step out of the square, into the calm of night. The market fades behind you, leaving only silence. The kind of silence that feels like a blanket, soft and safe. And as you walk into that silence, you feel yourself ready to drift, ready to let go, ready to sleep. The market at dusk has closed, and you, too, may now rest.